On this channel, we have a motto. If you want to see it, I'm gonna do it. Unless you're requesting an album that is 1 hour and 30 minutes long. I don't have the time, nor the attention span to sit down and film for that long. So, I decided to do something a little different today for you guys. I hope you don't mind. This song is a song that I can vibe to no matter what mood I am in. This being the first song, it made me really curious about what the rest of the album was going to sound like. I thought it was a really good setup, a really good first song, and also acting as a good bridge from the last one to kind of take us into this new era. But those harmonies in the chorus, beautiful. So I feel like Natural is a pretty good continuation off of the first song. Almost too good of a continuation that I kind of almost feel like they could have been combined, if that makes sense. But on its own, it's okay. I think it doesn't stand out as much as the first one. The first one just kind of put that bar all the way up here. And I feel like Natural is like right there. So she's cute, but it's like, okay, what's the next one? But I do have to say, all the notes at the end, a serve. I know Zayn can sing, I know he can harmonize, but when he proves it to me and shoves it down my throat, like bon appetit, I'm ready to eat. When it comes to Back to Life, I absolutely adore this song. I love this song. It's such a bop, it's such a jam. Catch my ass in the air 24/7 listening to this. Not even exaggeration. I had my headphones in and I was in public and I was resisting so hard. I was just like trying so hard not to jam, but it's so good. I do kind of wish though that in the chorus they had more of an emphasis on the drums and the guitar. I love that production so much. The way that it transitions into that Back to Life with it being a little bit more on the quieter side. Woo! My little production heart just like soars listening to that. But overall, I think this is one of the best tracks, one of the standout tracks. And if you're thinking of listening to this album, definitely listen to this song. If you do not yell at the top of your lungs while listening to this song, what are you doing? You are listening to this wrong. I don't know what it is about this one. I think it's the melody that's just very infectious and that's very just gravitating. I just think it's so fun. It's so cool. It kind of makes you want to fall in love. When I was listening to it for the first time, I was like, where's my boo at? You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, cool. I love being alone. We can leave an imprint, 'cause this minute that I'm in. Imprint. This song is very sensual, very hey boy or girl or non-binary. It's sexy time. Let's get it. I don't know why, but this song also reminds me, or it makes me think of if Justin Bieber was back and was continuing with the sound that he did on purpose, he would make a song like this. I don't know why that was the first thing that popped in my head, but it made me miss Bieber. And I honestly wouldn't mind a Bieber and Zayn collab. I think that would actually sound really good. They kind of do the same vibe, they have the same style, they have the same vocal techniques. Stand Still. Lyrically is not only one of my favorite songs on the album, but is one of the best lyrical songs on the album as well. I think sonically it matches with the lyrics, with it being very pretty but also kind of very haunting, in a way of when you're so into somebody they just consume all your thoughts, and in a way that can be a bad thing, that can be a negative. I really like that the song can stand on its own. I think it's really strong in that sort of way, but it also matches the album really, really nicely. Plus, I don't know if this was just me, but some of the parts in the song, when I was listening to the vocals, it reminded me of Harry Styles. I don't know why. Please tell me I'm not the only one that thought that way, because some of it I was like, who is this? This song reminds me of something that would be in 50 Shades of Grey, 110%. I think honestly it's just the chorus. I think it's so cinematic in the way that it's presented. It makes me think of a visual that should go with it, and for some reason my sick, twisted Scorpio mind was like 50 Shades of Grey. But you know what I mean? Like after some big revelation and they kind of just get together and you stare at Dakota Johnson's boobs and Jamie Dorman's ass for an uncomfortably 5 minutes. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Get that rush, so I still follow.
The acapella in the beginning of the song and then flowing into the beat. I saw God and he said, girl, you're welcome. I mean, that's just something that I personally like. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna listen to that and like not care, but I don't know, I heard it and it instantly grabbed my attention back into the album. I was like, all right, we're here, let's go. So when it comes to this song and the people that I think would enjoy it, I think if you like, I always say his name wrong, Bazzi? But if you like his deeper cuts on his album, I think you would really enjoy this song. I wish I could play the whole first 25 seconds for you guys without copyright coming from my ass. But I just have to say, those first 25 seconds, if I was somebody that got high, you know, I would want those 25 seconds repeated on loop. Sober, it's amazing, you know, but if I was high as a kite, oh my god, I think it would just be a whole nother experience. So if you get high, do it for me. Let me know. Talk to Me, I think, is Zayn's way of being very current with the trends on what is going on, what's popular on the radio and everything like that. I do think the guitar on the song is very refreshing. It's something a bit different. I haven't heard it yet on the album, so that was a really nice touch. The chorus is also upbeat, but it's not too in your face where it's a little bit overwhelming or it's kind of like that trap beat kind of vibe. It's its own thing. It's really cool. It's current, but it's Zayn still being Zayn, if that makes any sense. If you do not like this song, I am so sorry for your wrong opinion. This is such a universal appealing song that I guarantee no matter what genre of music you listen to, what artist you like, what you don't like, you're gonna listen to this and you're gonna bop to it in some sort of way. It may not be your favorite, but you cannot say that it's a bad song. Also, the backing vocals, so good. To be completely honest, when it comes to this song, it's just not one of my favorites at all. It's going to probably be one that I skip. I know there's people in the comments being like, how dare you, how can you do that? It's just my opinion, that's just my preference. Don't kill me. So if you are not new to this channel, then you know I am a sucker for a good interlude. But I do have to say, when I saw the timestamp for this interlude, I was a little taken back. I was like, okay, usually interludes are a bit shorter. With interludes, it pretty much is a way to switch up a message, the production, whatever it may be within the album, and that's exactly what happened in this interlude. To really understand this interlude and why it is important to this album, you kind of have to understand who or what Icarus is all about. So Icarus, in Greek mythology, to make a long story short, is a young, cheeky fellow who, despite having warnings from his father that he shouldn't fly too close to the sun because it will melt his wings, decided to do it anyway. He was like, you know what, Dad? Screw you, I do what I want. So he did, and his wings melted, and it just wasn't pretty. It wasn't cute. It wasn't fun. It was not fresh at all. So with that bit of knowledge, it makes me think, okay, well, what exactly is going on with Zayn? I haven't really followed him closely in a couple of years, so I don't really know what's gone on in his personal life, but I can just assume that it is about him feeling like he was on top of the world and something happened. Not saying anything specific. So if you go and listen to this album, or you've already listened to the album and you didn't know that before, keep that in mind when you listen to the next couple of songs. And by couple, I mean like 15, because we're about halfway through the album. So this is another song on the album, personally for me, that is just not really my favorite. If I want music in the background while I'm doing something, but I don't really want to pay attention to it, I will play this. But other than that, it probably is not going to be at the top of my playlist. This is a song I think will grow on me with time. I definitely don't hate it, but it's not at the top of my list either. But, and more importantly, I think the message of the song is really interesting. It kind of plays off of the theme of what if he isn't this good, amazing guy that we thought and he thought he was at the beginning of the album. Okay, you guys, don't laugh at me. But listening to this, all I could think about was what would this song sound like if Bradley Cooper was singing it? It honestly sounds like a song from A Star Is Born soundtrack. It's kind of a shame because with that in mind, it makes me think of this song being better suited for somebody with a raspier voice. I think I would have liked this song better if it was a different person singing it.
All in my zone, all in my space.
Listen!
You guys know I am a ballad enthusiast to the max. But even I found this song just eh. With scripted, production-wise, I think it's one of my favorites on the album. I find the production just so very interesting in this one. It sounds so, like it sounds like it wants to be peaceful, but there's just such a haunting vibe to it. And the last couple seconds of this song is personally my favorite. I feel like he could have taken those 5 seconds and made an interlude out of it. I don't know, like, oh. Entertainer, a bop. It's as simple as that. Reactions are instant if emotions stay constant. The ballad I deserve. This honestly is what the 2 other ballads wish they could be. But I can't be the only one that's a bit curious to see or to hear what exactly these lyrics are talking about. I mean, I think there's only 2 paths that this could really go down. If it's option 1, which is the one that I'm thinking of, I think it's pretty reasonable to question everything that's gone on and think, did I waste all my good years on something that I wasn't even happy with, or something that changed me in a way that I don't like or that was bad for me? I pray to God I didn't waste all my good years. I don't want to be here. Need a change to breathe, to feel alive. I mean, I'll let you ponder on what you think he's referring to with that. It's definitely relatable no matter what you've gone through, and it's gonna be one of my top 5 at least. With Fresh Air, the song reminds me a bit of IDFC from Black Bear. I think it's that one specific sound in the background that's just like triggering me to think of that song, but it sounds like that with a classic R&B kind of vibe that honestly I need a hot dance to. I know Zayn isn't really a dancer, so if anybody has done a dance to this song, please send it my way. If you're gonna do a dance to this song, please tweet it at me, Instagram DM. I want to see it because this song deserves a hot ass dance to go with it.
Is there somebody else now?
Do we even talk about how the previous song flew into this song? Should we take a moment? Let's take a moment. Thank you. 2 things I really have to say about this song. Number 1 being, what exactly is a Rainberry? Second thing is, if you want to listen to this album, but not listen to the entirety of the album, you're just looking for some songs to just pick at and listen to, this is one that you definitely have to check out. It's a very sexy and fun song, production-wise, with such heavy lyrics that contradict what you are listening to. When you actually sit down and really listen to what he's saying, it's kind of crazy because it doesn't Like, it doesn't really make sense, but it works in that kind of way. So usually I'm not the biggest fan of vocal effects. I don't know, I feel like sometimes people just go too overboard with it. With this song, it works so well. They use an effect to add a bit of an echo to what he's saying, which really plays off of the whole insomnia feeling. A thing that I picked up on, if you listen really closely to the background, you can hear a bit of a ticking sound, which kind of reminds me of an alarm clock. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I do think it was a really nice touch. So if you haven't heard like that ticking sound, go grab some headphones, listen to it. It kind of gets addicting to like listen to and to find, but I think it's just a really cool addition to the song. You're telling me Nicki's starting the song and she's singing? Anyway, this song would be absolutely crazy bananas in a club. I don't even go to clubs, I don't go to bars, but I would go for this. If there was some kind of remix to it, oh, my ass would be in the air so fast, it's ridiculous. If you're not a big fan of the whole abandoned chorus or a big drop right before the chorus, this is probably not a song for you, or if you're just kind of sick of the trend. But I do think it's something that you definitely have to add to a playlist when you want to go and party. This is definitely a song that you're going to want to turn up to. I hate that I just said that, but it's a good, like, feel-good song to play in the background while you're doing whatever you guys do at parties. I'm not judging you. Just be safe, please. This song, I don't know, after the last couple songs being straight bangers, it's just, I don't know, I couldn't get down with it. It's pretty much what I expected, knowing that he was on it and he helped, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I really did enjoy listening to it. Also, the lyrics are very personal and I think you can vibe with it, you can relate to it. It's just overall a really good song, and it's a really good way, I think personally, to end the album on. Overall, I think the album is very good. It's just too long, but I do think his first album has a certain charm that this one didn't have. But with that being said, this one is very more mature, and it's going with the whole concept purpose of being here. It's not just an album that's gonna have a bunch of songs randomly on it that is just produced and made for consumption so he can go on and make another one just like it. Like, it feels like it has a purpose, you know? So with all that being said, this is my current ranking of the album. Of course, it's going to change within time, but this is what we're looking at currently. Anyway, I love you guys, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.